Driving alone 2 years later. All right, let's get you guys on my windshield. Whew, okay. So today is March 4th, 2022. It's been 2 years. I actually can't believe it since I posted the video that started it all, driving alone for the first time. So that was filmed March 4th, 2020, and I posted it on March 8th, 2020. I thought I'd do a fun little 2-year transformation, so let's get driving and then I'll talk. Okay, my friend, let's get this show on the road. So you might be wondering, like, why are you filming this video? Like, you're not driving alone for the first time, which is kind of like the point of the other video, right? Well, the thing is, I was actually shocked by how many people in the comments were like, yes, like I finally have someone to relate to. You know, I feel like so many drive with me's these days. It's like, oh my gosh, I love driving, this is awesome. But like, if you watch that video, you know that I was actually super stressed out. I did not like driving. I'm stressed. And here's the thing, I still don't. Can we just talk about though how much of a baby I looked? Like, I mean, I still look really young. I literally looked like I was 10. I've kind of accepted the fact that I'll never like to drive. But I am getting to the point though where I'm not as tense while driving and I don't get near as stressed out as I used to beforehand. I'm literally even driving the same route as I did the first driving alone video. This is kind of crazy. It's like taking me back, bro. So I'm filming this video at 1 o'clock about, and it is senior skip day. It's like the most unofficial senior skip day ever. Like literally yesterday in my math class, people were just like,
yeah, are you guys skipping tomorrow?
I was across the room, so I was just kind of thinking, what? And I guess like just our class of seniors just like planned a senior skip day. So like a lot of people were skipping and I was just kind of like, oh, like I actually have 3 classes in the morning that I just had to be there for. So I woke up early and, you know, went to my first 3 hours of the day, but then I left after 3rd hour today. Basically, I participated in the second half of senior skip day, I guess. It's actually so funny because in my first driving alone video, I spent like a whole minute talking about how stupid I think it is when people skip class. To be honest, I don't see a point in skipping class. It's boring. All you can do is sit in the hall. All your other friends are in class, so usually you're just sitting there alone. And I still think that's stupid when you straight up go to the school day, but then just any random class, you just decide not to show up. But anyway, I was like saying how dumb it is, and here I am just skipping the whole day. So yeah, it was pretty great, and now I have the weekend. So I thought I'd start out this video with first off giving like advice. I don't know, help you guys out there that maybe are just don't like driving, just like me, you know? Hold up though. Major disclaimer, I am not a certified instructor or teacher or anything like that, so if you're looking for actual professional advice, this is not the video for you. I'm just a teen girl speaking from my own personal experiences, hoping to make an entertaining video. Here we go. If you want to, you know, feel more confident about something that stresses you out, you just gotta do it. So same thing applies to driving. The only way to get over that stress is to drive. I know you're like,
Hayley, such lame advice. Like, something else, please?
I know that's what you're thinking. That car like took forever. But the reality is that if driving stresses you out, you're never going to get in your car one day and just magically be like, I love driving, let's do this, this is so awesome, this is so fun. That's not gonna happen. I actually realized that after a conversation with my aunt. I remember this so well. Her house is like 25 minutes away from mine, so literally every time I wanted to see her and my grandma and grandpa, I had to like have my mom drive me. And I was like, I like literally can't do it. She's like, Hayley, I don't like driving either, but you can't just expect it to come to you one day. You're never going to get over it by not doing it. And then I was kind of like, you know what? Like, you are so right. I realized the truth of that conversation once I just started driving. I kind of wanted to go somewhere, you know, to jazz up this video, right? Because, you know, the first driving alone I went to school, but obviously I'm skipping school right now. And like, we like always go to Starbucks. Like, I feel like that's so lame. There's like this place near me, kind of fruit and acai bowls, and it was actually really good. But the thing is, they're kind of expensive. I really don't want to pay for anything. Starbucks, I like have a gift card, so it's like, do I really want to pay? Like, screw it, we're going to Starbucks.
A few inches later.
So secured the Starbucks. Okay, I just kind of wanted something interesting for this video and I wanted a refresher. So another thing that was talked about a lot in the comments of my, you know, driving alone video was about what I said near the beginning. So I kind of talked about how like I was just scared of what drivers behind me thought of me. I feel like one of my problems with driving is that I worry way too much about what the driver behind me is thinking about me. It didn't matter how close they are. It didn't matter if they were, you know, tailgating me. I was just always like nervous. Like I was already stressed out just driving. But then as soon as someone started coming up behind me, I like just got that much more stressed out for like, I don't even know why. I'm gonna kind of talk about how I got over that. My mindset in the beginning was trying not to make them mad. Like if someone was getting mad, I would like switch up my ways or like just do something different. And I realized that was just all wrong. Instead of focusing on trying not to make them mad, you need to focus on not caring what they think. You know when you like suck up a random chunk of strawberry in here? That's just what happened. Tastes good though. You have to get out of your head and just not care what a stranger thinks of you. I know that's easier said than done, but have you ever been driving with like your parents or whatever, and like they're maybe behind someone that's going really slow, for example. They might just kind of swerve around and be like, what are you doing? But then they just keep driving. That car like took forever. They literally are thinking about that driver for like 10 seconds maybe, and then they just keep on going. Like if they were annoyed with my driving, they can pass me. See ya. You get what I mean? They'd swerve around me and then they'd never see me ever again. If you are driving in the right lane and you are going the speed limit and someone behind you is mad, that is their problem, okay? I think I'm gonna drive on the same highway that I drove on in that video. Just for the sake of the transformation, I think I'm gonna do that. I feel like you'll just see a total like difference in confidence. Alrighty folks, so I'm about to go on the same highway that I did in my driving alone video. This is gonna be great. Pull into this random person's driveway, turn around real quick so that then I can pull out. Oh my god, I'm being so creepy, bro. Alright guys, I'm approaching the highway. Aren't those literally the exact words I said? Alright guys, I'm approaching the highway. I'm on the highway. I'm like so chill because this is what 2 years has done for me. Okay, what is actually going on? I'm going now. There we are. Now I'm turning into a side street. I'm living like Larry. We got the driving advice part of the video out of the way. Now I actually want to, you know, tell some stories, you know, talk about my life, which, you know, half of you are probably not interested in whatsoever, but I'm still going to talk about it anyway. So I touched on this in the last video, but I need to talk about it because I'm just so like, oh, okay. I started watching, or should I say listening, to the best podcast I've ever listened to in my life, the It Is What It Is podcast. It is what it is. By the Ireland Boys. Seriously, the best podcast in the nebula. If you know, you know. BG is an absolutely amazing co-host. Yellow Snow is amazing behind the camera. I am obsessed with the It Is What It Is podcast. I wanted to talk about it in more depth, and like, you know, that wasn't the point of the last video, so I just couldn't dive too deep into it, but this time I am. So if you don't know the Ireland Boys, they're like the people I have the fan page for that I've had for 3.5 years at this point. I can't believe it. This year will be my 4th year of that fan page. Anyway, it's two brothers, Ricky and Nick, and they have their main channel, Ireland Boys Productions, their vlog channel, Ireland Boys, and they recently started a podcast called It Is What It Is. I actually can't even really believe I'm saying this, but I actually like the podcast more than the videos. I think it's just because I'm like growing up. I still love their content, but I think it's just I'm digging more different type of content. You know, in the beginning I was watching two teen boys screw around in Walmart doing dares and hiding in the grocery store shelves. Like now I'm watching two men having a mature conversation about like real life topics, and it's just so interesting to see them kind of just open up more about their personal life. This is kind of off topic here, but I edited some of their videos and like I just loved seeing their raw footage. It was just like a good reminder that like these people that I love watching, like they're still a person behind their like highly produced content. So now back to like the whole podcast thing, just like the raw footage and editing. I love their podcast because they just talk about like real things, bro. Last night they dropped a new episode with Big Dawes TV. I was just chilling with my Buffalo Wild Wings and fries and just listening to their podcast. It was just life. I'm also gonna take this moment to say, if they ever want a fan on the podcast, or they ever want like one of their viewers on the podcast, that is like my literal dream. I need to be on that podcast. I'll pay for my flight. I'll skip school. I'll do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes to be a guest on that podcast. I've had an active fan page for over 3.5 years. I'm an avid listener of the podcast. I think I've watched every single episode at least twice at this point. I'm not even kidding. On a real note though, it would seriously be such a dream to just like have an in-person conversation with people I've looked up to for so long. I'm getting like chills like thinking about it. I just love thinking about like open-ended questions, or like questions that are like hard to answer, and hearing different perspectives. And I feel like that would just be so much fun to do with Ricky, Nick, and Brandon. On this topic though, I want to meet Morgan, bro. Morgan is my literal inspiration. I literally love her. She is my role model. Oh my gosh, my cheeks are like so red. I can like feel the heat. This drive with me probably has like 3 hours of footage at this point. Literally, I started this at noon and then I took like an hour break and now it's 5. And literally the sun is going down. I feel like this is probably a good place to stop this drive with me. I really hope you enjoyed this 2-year transformation, I guess. I had so much fun filming it. I'm glad I could take you guys along for the ride. Bye, thanks so much for watching. See you later, and I love you all. And now I'm gonna drive home.